we dive into this video, let me know in those comments down below, what song do you think Rockstar is going to use for GTA 6's first trailer, or the official trailer, whatever they end up calling it? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. And the reason I got to thinking about this today is because Rockstar actually put out a brand new Newswire post outlining their latest release from Circo Loco Records. And it got me thinking, what kind of song is Rockstar going to use in the first GTA 6 trailer? And believe it or not, based on Rockstar's history and what we know so far, I think there's a pretty good idea we can narrow it down to a handful of songs. So let's get a couple of things out of the way. First and foremost, Rockstar are going to have to own the rights or have a license to use the song. So you might have just put your favorite song in those comment sections, and Rockstar might have no intentions of getting the license for it for a handful of reasons. Number one, it has to be a partnership between them and the artist that's actually recording the song. So even if it might be the perfect fit for Grand Theft Auto 6, and it fits the theme, and it would make sense, and it would be a perfect fit for the trailer, if they don't have the relationship, if they don't have the contract, if they don't have the licensing agreement, they can't end up using it. And number two, it's usually going to be a song that will be featured in the game, as we've seen a handful of times throughout the Grand Theft Auto series. Again, that's something we'll talk about as we get going. And the next big factor might actually be what got me talking about this subject, and that is Circo Loco Records. That is Rockstar's own music label, and we know that over the last couple of years, they've really pivoted towards promoting this. So it would not be shocking at all if a song that's going to be heard by tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of people, directly promotes their own record label brand. So it might be coming directly from Circo Loco Records. Now, what I also want to do right now is take a look at the past, because this will give you an idea of the songs that Rockstar have chosen for their previous other Grand Theft Auto trailers. So let's start with GTA 5 and work our way backwards. The first Grand Theft Auto trailer that was released on November 2nd, 2011, the song used in the trailer was Ogden Nuts Gone Flake by Small Faces. And then just over a year later, the second Grand Theft Auto trailer was released on November 14th, 2012, and the song used in that trailer was Skeletons by Stevie Wonder. Then after that, about half a year later, on April 30th, 2013, Rockstar released individual trailers for Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. The songs used were Radio Gaga by Queen, Hood Gon' Love It by J-Rock, and Are You Sure Hank Done It This Way by Waylon Jennings. And then just before the release of the game on August 29, 2013, the official trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, and the song that was used was Sleepwalking by the Chain Gang of 1974. And then for the official TV spot for the Xbox 360, the song that was played was I Can't Wait by Stevie Nicks. After that, on June 10th, 2014, for the PC and Next Gen trailer, the song that is being played is a Barnston remix of From Nowhere by Dan Kroll. And then after that, there's only a handful of other trailers that featured songs. Some did not. But for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One launch trailer that was released on November 10th, 2014, the song is Let's Go All the Way by Sly Fox. Then in the 60 FPS PC trailer released on April 2nd, 2015, the song being played is Lock and Load by MNDR. And then the final trailer that is featured music was the expanded and enhanced editions of Grand Theft Auto 5. This was released on June 11th, 2020, and the song being played is by Bernard Wright. So sticking with Grand Theft Auto 5 for a second, you'll start to notice a theme here. Like, for example, in the second trailer, it was Skeletons by Stevie Wonder, and it focused primarily on Michael DeSanta and how he obviously had a pretty shady past. And this turned out to be true once we figured out the actual story of Michael and how throughout the story his skeletons seem to keep being dug up. And we can even see this same theme in previous Grand Theft Auto titles as well. Like, for example, in Grand Theft Auto 4, for the official TV commercial, the song that was played was Vagabond by Greenskeepers. And the simple definition of a vagabond is a person who wanders from place to place without job or home. And that's kind of how we see Nico Bellic start his life in America. He doesn't really have a job or a home, and the only person he knows is his cousin, Roman Bellic. And then for previous GTA titles like San Andreas and Vice City, for San Andreas, all the songs that were featured primarily came directly from the 90s and the late 80s. And then for GTA Vice City, all of the songs featured in the trailers like I Ran So Far Away by A Flock of Seagulls or Self Control by Laura Branigan, those were all from the mid and early 80s to reflect the setting of where GTA Vice City was taking place. In Miami, in South Florida, in the early 80s. Same with San Andreas and California in the middle 90s. So when we think about Grand Theft Auto 6, obviously thanks to the leaks and various reports, there's a lot we know about the game, and there's a lot we know about the setting too. We know it's going to be taking place in modern day Vice City, South Florida, its surrounding areas. We know it's going to feature two main protagonists and a female main character for the very first time. So there's a good chance that Rockstar could use one of the songs in the trailer to reflect how the story is going to go.
Now, based on everything we know so far, it seems like this summer season is going to be very packed when it comes to GTA 6 news. With the reveal likely happening mid next year in 2024, 2023 is going to be a very important year because this year is going to be the year when Rockstar reveals GTA 6 to the world and also begins its pre-order and marketing campaigns. So with summer just around the corner, today I want to discuss everything we know so far about the possible reveal of GTA 6 this summer and what you can expect when the time rolls around. So we got a ton of really exciting and really interesting information to discuss today, but first off, make sure you drop a like rating on this video to show your support, as well as subscribe down below for more daily videos just like this. Now, before we jump into what is actually likely going to be happening this summer, I think it's first important to talk about what Rockstar has been doing over the past year or so in regards to GTA 6. Now, at the moment, it seems like GTA 6 is in its final stages of development and QA testing. In fact, according to what we know so far, it seems like the majority of the game is complete and developed. There are some minor features and other functions that are still being worked on, but the bulk of the game and the bulk of the story are done, and a large part of the effort being placed right now is in early stage QA testing. QA, of course, stands for quality assurance, and especially at a game at the scale of GTA 6, there's going to be a lot of QA testing that needs to be done. This is especially true for GTA Online, which, as a lot of you likely already know, was extremely buggy and extremely glitchy in the first couple of weeks, and even after that, years into the release, there were still glitches and bugs that people were exploiting. So while that is likely going to be very similar with GTA 6 because nothing after all is perfect, I think that Rockstar is really trying to ensure that they cut down on that as much as possible to ensure that there is a fair and competitive environment, especially in GTA Online. But since the story and the bulk of the game are complete, that means that Rockstar can start advertising it to the world after all of this time. Now, all of the rumors that we've heard recently are all pointing towards a GTA 6 reveal sometime this summer. Now, it's worth noting that Rockstar is transitioning their GTA series from a 2-year release cycle to a 1-year release cycle instead. In the past, for all of other Rockstar's games, they would reveal the game and then release it about 2 years later. Instead, with GTA 6, it seems like Rockstar will be lowering that to 1 year, where they will release it this year around the summer and release it next year around the summer as well. Now, we don't have any specifics of when Rockstar may reveal GTA 6. I personally think that it will be sometime within the time period of August or September, but it's possible that it could be a little bit before then or after then. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of the marketing for GTA 6, so creating all of the different trailers, the different websites, the different special editions for the game for pre-ordering, just a lot of housekeeping stuff that also goes into GTA 6 way beyond the actual game itself. Now, the best thing that's likely going to happen after the initial reveal of GTA 6, which likely may give us a little bit of information about the game, but probably not much, but after that information comes out, all of Rockstar's employees, and especially the upper management, are going to finally be able to be more open about the existence of GTA 6. So after the initial reveal, I think that information will start coming at us at an absolute rapid pace, and as we get closer and closer to the release, more information will continue flowing in.